So for our next decision making, we're looking at pages 86 and 87. We're going to first preview. So I'm looking at 1828. So this is the same year of the one that we just did in the New England states with an industrialist, like running a cloth factory, except for this time we're moving to the South. So 1828, you're a Southern planter. So I'm thinking about planting crops and what that word might mean. How can we protect our rights as states? And then I'm looking at the picture and seeing a slave auction. So I'm wondering, what right do the Southern planters feel the need to protect? Looking at the next page for questions. Who are you in this decision? And then we have a whole bunch of true false. You're rich, you have a lot of expenses, slaves cost a lot of money, you wouldn't be so rich. Okay, so apparently you're a slave owner. Cruel, buying them, something about families, textile mills, buy some of your cotton. I know that to be true because of what we just read. You buy your stuff from Europe. You like to keep prices high. Tobacco, slavery. That vocab word abolish is going to be important. You need to know that that means to get rid of. So if the United States gets rid of slavery, how is that going to affect you? The U.S. puts a tariff. We need to know that vocab word as well. That's a tax on foreign goods. How will that affect you and why? If the U.S. puts a tariff, what do you think other countries do? Okay, so let's go back and go through this reading. Come on over here, friend. And then we're going to make you nice and big. All right. It is 1828. You are a planter in Alabama. So what does that word planter mean? You own three very large plantations where you grow cotton. Okay, so planter is not the one actually doing the planting. The planter is the owner of the plantation. You own 137 slaves who do most of the work. They plant, cultivate, and harvest all crops, including the cotton and the other food crops that you grow. Others work in your house, cooking, cleaning, and taking care of your children. You paid a lot of money to get these slaves. Good slaves are expensive. One strong, healthy man costs nearly $1,000, and we're talking about $1,828. So if you want to research that, my guess is that's like $20,000 in 2020. But you can look that up. You do not pay your slaves because they are your property. This saves lots of money. You can also sell your slaves if you need to raise money for something. Their children are also your slaves. They will work for all their lives unless you trade or sell them. You try to take good care of them because you need them to do the work. You give your slaves a cabin to live in. You let them use some land to grow their own food. You give them your old clothes. The slaves are good for you, and you are good to your slaves. You have a wonderful life. You sell your cotton to English, German, Irish, French, and Northern textile mills. With your profits, the money you make, you can send your children to good schools. You can import, means bring into the United States, the best furniture from Europe. You have a library full of books from Europe. So I'm seeing a theme here. You drink wine from Europe and tea from India. So if this is the United States, you're in the southern part here, you're getting all of your stuff from Europe and apparently India. Okay. You have beautiful glass windows from Germany. Your family wears the finest European clothes. You have expensive parties with the best music and food. You can travel to visit friends and family because there's no coronavirus yet. That must be nice. Your friends are senators, representatives, judges, and governors. Okay, so people running the government. You are a leader in your state. Not many other Americans have as much as you do. It's a good life. Many Northern representatives in Congress want to abolish or to stop slavery. They also want a tariff on cloth that comes to the United States from foreign countries.